Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 16th to the 22nd, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, which gets it seen by more people. So, thank you so very much. And just to let you know, the cards will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Let's begin. I laugh because the cards are kind of cheeky, so just be aware of that. Just tend to have a mind of their own. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. Oh, goodness. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay. So we are crowned here with the world reversed. And as I can see from the cards, I think everything is reversed here. And I do apologize. I know people don't like that, but sometimes the best messages come with the reverse card. So just hold on. We're going to be in for a interesting ride. We really are. So here with the world reversed, it's not about everything else. And sometimes Aries, we get caught up, right? We get caught up in the fame and the glory and I have to push further. I have to do this. I have to do that. It's all about you right now. And that can seem selfish, that can seem egotistical. It's not. It is about you right now. How can you be the best you possible in order to move forward and in order to get what you want from life and for yourself? So the world reverse is saying, let them chatter, let everything go on that's going on. Focus on your world, focus on the people that are the closest to you and the things that are the most important to you. So let's see here. We then have the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so it makes sense why we're being told to focus on ourselves. We can be having a bit of difficulty or we can be having some financial setbacks, not anything big. It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get ahead. And then our head, instead of saying, wow, this is just a setback, a bump in the road, it goes to, bigger things, right? It goes to generational curses and it goes to I'm always meant to struggle. I'm never meant to be happy. And all of a sudden, we can kind of dig ourselves into a little pit during this time. It could be so beautiful out if we're in the Northern Hemisphere and it's, summertime or, it's going into summertime. And then we can sit there and just feel really down on ourselves. So don't do that. Don't do that. And don't think, oh, it's set in stone. Kind of like if you're breaking expectations, right? If you are putting yourself forward in a way that is tenacious and powerful and you're saying this is what I want for my life, do so unapologetically and don't look to see in your history, or if you don't know your histories, be like, oh well, you see, I don't even know, so I can't possibly. Look at you right now and know that you are here in this universe and it's like, I'm going to do this. And don't be jealous of other people because it'll be very easy to be during this time. Look at what you want, because with the Five of Swords reversed is we're forgetting that we're in situations that we had been in before, right? We're going through things, we're seeing things. It's like, oh, I've been here, I know that. And we think we know the script. We think we know the way the play is going to kind of play out, but we don't. We we're going to think, oh, I'm in this situation. I have to act just like I did before I knew I was prosperous, before I started to see my bounty, before I, started to break these chains. And then once we start acting like that, or we start, embracing that energy, we can feel ourselves being sucked back. And that's what this week is all about. It's like, don't you dare step backwards. Because with the 10 of Swords, there's going to be a sense during this time. And I wouldn't be surprised if you wake up to dreams of like free falling. With the 10 of Swords, there's this release. There is this physical release of, I don't want this in my life anymore. It's negativity that others have said to you. It is thoughts, overthinking, overanalyzing, but it's being stabbed in the back, right? It is like 10 years of heartbreaks and pains and disappointment, or a count of 10 months, 10 days. You're going to see yourself rising out of the darkness, but it's going to be more of like a force thing in the universe than it's going to be a cognitive, oh, I'm going to do this now. There's just going to be something here where it's like, I am not. And then it moves you. See, look, you have another 10. 10 is a completion of a cycle. We are fighting completing a cycle. We are fighting stepping into our own world for us, because we kind of have this script, this way of looking at ourselves, Aries, that says, oh, but I'm like this. Oh, but it's like this. And right now, just you're shattering expectations. You're seeing yourself, embracing something so much more than what you thought you could be. And with the 10 of wands, this is that release coming through again, like the 10 of swords, where you are going to see yourself just purging. There's going to be the sense of, I don't want to be carrying this nonsense, this weight, this doubt, this fear. I am transforming my life. And I would really say, let's play a game. Every single one of us here, Aries, let's play a game of how much we can transform our lives in 6 months. By the end of 2024, how absolutely powerful can we be? Because this year is just, it's so intense, it's so weird, and it's like it's claiming back our power. So here, looking at things and releasing the burdens that we're carrying, but also releasing the burdens that we're carrying for others. And it moves us to the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is a gift from God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. This is reverse. We are afraid to fully feel. There's something here that's almost like, if I let myself embrace this purging of emotions, right, which usually comes with tears, I won't stop crying. It'll just be too much. It'll be too overwhelming. And this is going to be a time, Aries, where we're looking at ourselves and we are releasing negativities, hurts, pains, where we're seeing how to fill our cup for ourselves. And remember, in order to fill a cup, you need a gallon. And we are going to be saying, what do I love? And that's going to be a really important thing. Not what should I love? What do people expect me to love? What is it that seems like, this is the right thing to do, or this is the right way to be, or people would be proud of me if I, XYZ. It's like, what do you love? And then once you answer that question, Aries, there's going to be this like ripple effect where it's like, oh, I start focusing on me. I start focusing on bringing that love and amplifying that love. And then all of a sudden, I start focusing on generational blessings instead of generational curses. I start focusing on I can instead of I can't. And I don't see myself as wounded anymore. I'm not seeing myself as replaying, old scenes, old hurts, old pains, and the nonsense that others have said. I'm releasing. And the weight that I've been carrying, the burdens that I've been carrying, no more. This is a time to cultivate and to create. This is a time to start to plant the seeds. And you are going to be so surprised at what comes forward. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have love reversed. So love is the most powerful word that we can possibly say. And Spirit is saying here that we can be doubting love, right? We can be doubting having love in our lives, being worthy of love, connecting with love, but also we can be doubting with the power of love. We can kind of think, okay, you know what? I've been a nice person. I've moved forward in love and I get my teeth handed to me, or people take advantage of me, or it's like nice guys finish last type of deal. How do we embrace love and say, I live in kindness and love, and absolutely cherish that within ourselves? Because that's going to be the power of this time, and that's going to be the power of us. If we write love, on our mirror in marker, like erasable marker, if we write love on like and put it on as the background of our phone, and we start to see the power of love, like we start to see love, and then we just start to bless, our water with love. We start to bless our day with love. We will be surprised at the energy that surrounds us. You can also be surprised at the people who that repels. So that'll be interesting. Let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. This is grounding. This is the Earth Star chakra located 6 inches below our feet. And this is a sense of grounding ourselves, of nurturing ourselves, of feeding ourselves, of, embracing us. And that is going to be a very powerful thing. There's no blockage here. There's this need, though, to get out into nature, ground yourself, stand on the earth, watch a sunrise, embracing grounding you. But also, whenever I look at the Earth Star chakra with grounding, it's also saying, what type of tree are you? Which sounds like, the question that Barbara Walters asked Katharine Hepburn, right? If you could be any tree, what tree would you be? But they were talking about trees at that time. And there's power to that. Like what type of tree, what type of person are you? And then what do you need to nurture that within you? What do you need in order to fully embrace being your best? And this is going to be a time where we say, Spirit always says, like, don't plant a cactus in the middle of a forest, and don't plant an oak in the middle of the desert, right? It's just incongruous. Like, it doesn't work. So incongruous, there we go. It doesn't work. And we're going to see that with ourselves. We could be trying to make ourselves, be what we think we're supposed to be. And as an Aries, we are that warrior. We are that protector. That's our natural role. We are ruled by Mars, which is, just, we have Aries and Mars. They're the same god, right? In different pantheons, in the Greek, in the Roman. And we're looking at ourselves here and say, okay, there's a fierceness to me. I need to respect that. I need to embrace that within my personality. And I also here need to know that I'm leveling up. I am moving towards my goals. I'm moving towards what I want. I need to stop holding back from this transformation, because there is a huge transformation that's leading you forward. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of for this week. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay, so we have 2 here that just fell right out. We have the 4 of Swords. So we can have a hard time resting during this time. We can have a hard time sleeping. We can always feel like, oh, I need to be doing more. We can also see sleep as like, oh, those are just hours wasted, instead of hours, rejuvenating our bodies, rejuvenating ourselves. So that is going to be really, really important to start to have a different relationship with sleep. We can also be scared of sleep. Going into unconsciousness is scary. And being able to have peace with that can be something that's difficult. So just an acknowledgement of that, because we could be sitting there and saying, oh, boy, I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. Or, we could be having a difficulty with sleep, or always have had a difficulty with sleep. And just even acknowledging that can be transformative, that going into unconsciousness is hard. It's scary for little kids. It's scary for adults. And then we have the Prince of Cups. And the Prince of Cups reverse is like, be mindful of emotional manipulation. But people are like, you have to act now. You have to act now. You have to act now. You need time to think things through, and you need time to sit with things, which is not the usual Aries way, right? We like to make our decision, move things forward, go after it, and just keep on going. But here, this is going to be a week where meditation would be highly beneficial for you. Sitting with questions, sitting with ideas, sitting with, okay, how do I want to move me forward? But also, what makes me feel overwhelmed? What is coming forward that I feel forgotten or overlooked, or, kind of like, the Cinderella, where you're the stepchild that is just completely overshadowed or overlooked or disliked. And this is going to be a time where we're like, no, that's not me anymore. And I'm just using Cinderella as an example, but there's going to be something here where it's time to step into the beauty that is us. And again, the world, it's not about everything else. We can pile it on during this time. During this week, we can make to-do lists that are so intense and so, powerful, that it's like, okay, well, I have everything planned down to the millisecond. What you're going to see here during this time, though, is that even if you have everything planned down to the millisecond, you're going to get curveballs. And this is just like the week of curveballs. This is the week of, plans going up in the air. This is a time where we can have our insecurities really come out, and being like, oh, why am I questioning myself, or why am I doubting that I can do this? So just being aware of that is also going to be really important during this time. With the 10 of Pentacles, we do have a tendency to look and see the patterns of things. In my family, it is like this, or in my family, it is like that, or, it's always been a struggle. It has always been a struggle. We can even have past life stuff coming up, and we're like, my gosh, I can't even escape it from, from being reincarnated. Like, what the heck is this type of deal? And so during this time, cut yourself some slack. There are lessons that we need to learn, yes, and we can learn them through seeing from others. We can learn them through experiencing ourselves. But with the 10 of Pentacles, it's going to be really important here to say, what is it that I want? Not what is expected of me, but what do I want to build for myself? And how do I want to build prosperity for me? You're not the same person that you were. And there's going to be energies here that make you think, oh, I'm going back to being helpless, or to being overwhelmed, or to not being enough. So with the 5 of Swords, just be mindful about this. With the 5 of Swords reverse, it's being around people where, you had those roles when you were younger, and it's like, oh, I'm going back into those roles. You're not the same person you were. And that's going to be very, very, very important in situations. You're not the same person that you were. You have come through a lot. You have handled a lot. And you're also going to be releasing a lot of lies, a lot of doubt, a lot of fear, a lot of negativity, a lot of things that have kind of kept you going in one direction. And you're going to see during this time, it's like, oh, why did I even believe that? Like, oh, that was a waste of my energy, my time, and myself. And there can be anger around that. Don't let the anger come in. It's time to embrace the love, but the love is going to bring with it a plethora of emotions. It's going to bring with it an intensity that is overwhelming. So we can want to avoid that, but feeling and stepping into the emotions of things, that is going to be one of the most powerful and best things that you can do for yourself here, Aries. And also letting things go. It's like, no, I'm not doing that. No, you know what? There's too much on my plate. Get somebody else to do it. And they'll be like, oh, but the acclaim. It's like, well, let somebody else have that acclaim. I'm busy right now, you know, because they're going to dangle carrots in front of your face and then, snatch them away during this time as well. So just be mindful about this. You need to really put your foot down and say what is right for me and where do I need to like focus my attention? What do I need to get done? And then really hone in on that energy. That is going to be really, really, really important. Okay. All right, Aries, let's see what our subconscious is talking about here. Our subconscious message from spirit is devoted. We do have things that we are really clearly devoted to during this time. And subconsciously, that's going to be what leads us forward. And that's going to be what guides us. Our chakra energy here is the solar plexus chakra. So listening to our gut. Here we have inner strength and we have it reversed. We are coming out of our shell. That's also part of this whole entire time. We are coming out of our shell, but we are really afraid of breaking like the statue that's holding us in place, breaking the going off script, breaking the rules that we have been playing. And this is going to be a time of focusing on our solar plexus chakra, working with our solar plexus chakra, but also saying, I'm listening to my gut and I'm listening to myself and I am empowered. It brings us to our energy to be mindful of this week. We are so done with the poverty mentality. The Five of Pentacles reversed is we are so done with minding our P's and Q's, having everything be just so, having everything kind of come down to money or hearing, oh, I don't have enough money for this. This can lead us to overspending. This can lead us to overindulgence. So do be mindful about that. We need to be within our means, but we're also shattering. And we need to be mindful of this because it can come very, very strongly. And then we can, have shopping sprees that put us in a bad place or, go to a casino or, buy food or whatever. It's just going to be an indulgence that's going to be overindulgence. So just be mindful about that with the Five of Pentacles. But we're like, no more being behind the eight ball. And then it leads us to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Page of Wands. This is a time, and it came across perfectly clear in the cards, that we are dealing with our inner child, with the Five of Swords, when it's saying, you have these roles, right? We have these roles that not even we pick out when we're little, but we kind of fall into when we're little, and we just can constantly move within them. But we're changing, we're evolving, we change, what we desire, what we want, how we look at things. And sometimes the coping mechanisms that we used when we were little, they don't work anymore. We need to connect with our inner child. That is going to be one of the most important things we can do for ourselves. And as we connect with our inner child, we are going to find that we start to free ourselves. So doing the inner child meditation, taking a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you, and seeing yourself as the adult you are today, holding your arms open to the child that you were, and letting that child run into your arms and telling them, kiddo, I hear you, I love you, I respect you, and I honor you. What are we creating within our lives? And let your inner child talk, even if it's we're having a bowl of ice cream, type of thing. We're embracing joy. We're embracing things that we love. See what comes from it. Pause this, listen to the meditation again and again until you connect with your inner child in a way that's not resentful, because a lot of times we resent who we were because we just do. Sometimes we love it and we're like, oh, I want to go back. But then that has its own thing. So if you want to go back and be just like that, just like in that safe world of childhood, that can also be why we're not connecting with our inner child. So here, embracing us and embracing us as the student, as the learner. We want to have all the answers, and that's great. I do too, but we don't. We have a heck of a lot of questions as we, hurl through space on this rock. So embracing that is one of the best things we can do for ourselves. All right. All right, Aries, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in. Oh, and please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.